Hi everyone, it's Nancy with the Hamden Regional Chamber. We are on our second tour today of our shop retail. We are so excited to be with Betsy from the Blue Dodo. This incredible, unique store has been here for over 4 years, and we're so excited to be with her today to show us on the outside, to show us on the inside of all the new things that she has. Please make sure that you comment below if there's something that you want. Betsy's got such unique pieces, but a lot of them are one of a kind. So take the opportunity. If you see something you like, comment below, call the store. But we're so excited to be here with you today to take us on a tour of your fantastic store. So Betsy, take it away.
Hi, I'm Betsy. Thanks Nancy and the Chamber for popping in different shops in Hamden and supporting us. So I just wanted to say thank you guys all for zooming in and checking us out. I'm going to start out here with garden because I think right now where the world is so crazy and so out of control, I feel like gardening is for the soul. It really is therapeutic when you can get your hands dirty and you can get into it, whether it be in a container, on the vast flower bushes. That's where you feel like, oh, you just feel like home in nature, and it's so much more therapeutic to be gardening.
Couldn't agree more.
And take time in this. It's so great because we have a little bit more time than we normally would. So when you do your own garden, you always want to put in a little bit of your own style, and that's what we come in tonight. So we have all kinds of really fun and really crazy items for your garden. So hopefully you'll find something for your own style. This guy was made from an artist friend of mine, Mike Z, and it's an Easter Island head. It weighs about 400 pounds, and it gets so much attention. Every college kid comes and takes a picture with him. So he wouldn't be for everybody's garden, but we have everything from trellises, and a lot of the trellises come from Mexico. The great thing is, this must weigh about 100 pounds. They're very, very heavy. So even in New England, they can stay out all year long. These are our new pots, and we've sold a ton of them already, but they're industrial and they're from Amish country.
And what's the price point on those, Betsy?
These are very good pricing. So they are $50. There's one inside here. It's a little bit smaller. And then for the outside one, it's $70. And right now, the great thing is we're doing everything in the store till June 1st, 20% off.
Great.
So whatever price I give you, you can take off another 20%.
Great.
And these are a hot item. Literally, people walking on the bike trail call and say, I'll take 3 or 4. Because and these really thin ones are great for a day. These pots, and so these are from Amish country. One family makes them, which is very cool because the insides are always different. They're old barnwood. And then these are fiber, and those come from Vietnam, and they are super lightweight. Even though they are concrete, they weigh nothing, and they have a nice sleek look. And it's fiber tape and then concrete together, so they can withstand the New England winters also. And they come in very nice, clean styles also. We have several of these. If you don't see all of them matching out here, it doesn't mean we don't have them. We have them at home. And so this one would be $55, which is a great deal for that.
How heavy is that? Is that
super
stone?
light. Literally, I could lift it with one hand, but it can stay out because it's fiber tape and thin concrete. This is the same thing. It looks heavy. It's all fibercrete. So, and I wanted to use one planet. I just put it on there, so you can buy whatever. These again are these arbors, but I think my most favorite thing of all is I love the spheres. We have all different sizes of the spheres, and we have this, and then we have some of those spheres which they're all from the Amish also, but they're steel, and they are nice and heavy duty also, but they come in different shapes, whether you do a bunch or you stamp them. Inside, outside, they add, like on a pack of a big batch of pepper sandra, they add some texture. So that's nice. And we do a lot of fountains. The fountains are beyond amazing to really make your garden special. I think that's a really good goal. These are fibercrete also, so it comes in 3 different parts. I literally got this off the truck myself, put it together, so it is not that hard. If I did it, it's not that hard, it's not that heavy, it's a little awkward because of the width. But a friend of mine had bought one of these. She buried it in the ground, and it is, you see it on her Instagram page, every day a huge ostrich comes and drinks from it. It is, she's got it buried so
Well, I think that price point on that is incredible. Do you mind telling us the price on that? For $450, that is an incredible piece to add to any garden.
It is, and I think the fountains, this is one style, we have another style inside, and I have 4 other styles literally in my garage, so you're going to see all fountains come out all season long.
And the price point on the Fears?
And, these are all different, so they start, this one starts at, this is the big one, it starts at $225, then it goes down to this is the smaller one, which is, what is it, $175, and then we have a smaller one you see inside of fake ones. So they go up. And then we always love perfect. So with the Amish, it was so funny because I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe you can make a bigger birdhouse. And he's like, I don't know how big. And I was like really big. And he's like, all right. So then he comes back with these. And I was like, okay, that's insane.
They're beautiful.
But they're fun. And I think if we learned anything, we realize fun is good. It's good to have fun and laughs and connection with your home, your garden, all that just stimulates you. But I think gardening is, for me, it is great therapy with all the anxiety. It kind of like, you don't even think about it when you're out gardening. You're creating, you're digging, you're working.
And I think because they are one-of-a-kind pieces. They're unique. You can't get these anywhere else.
No.
So it's not like you're not going to see them. So what are the prices of the birdhouses? Because those are fantastic.
Oh, I know, they are fantastic, I think. So this taller one is $87, which is great, isn't it? So, and the other one's the same.
$87 for that. That's great. Great price.
There's a key. I don't know if it's a big house for a bird, but we don't know. There is a little lever here that we can keep down. So that's fun.
That's a great.
They're just fun. So now we're going to go inside, and I will show you some of the fun stuff inside. Lost our music. So this is inside the Dodo. So I'm gonna show you around a little bit, and we are getting geared up to come back to work, which is a very nerve-wracking thing, I think, for everybody. And the world's changed, and I think definitely people have changed. I think with the void and all the anxiety and the fear and the sorrow have really just reflected into ourselves a little bit more. And I think we've changed, and maybe what's important in our values have changed. So I think it's nice to just be a little bit more immersed into your home and into your garden, and figure out what triggers you, what makes you feel good. And I think we have a lot more discovered that. These limitations that we've all been going through is definitely been an opportunity, so to speak, for creativeness. And you can see it tenfold. I have never seen so many fantastic musicians playing in their living room, and the most beautiful creative meals made in any size kitchen and laid out like art on a plate, and then shot pictures of, and writings, and how creative people are like entertaining their kids. That just blows my mind. My kids are older, but I can't imagine. So people are coming up with the most creative ways, not just gardening and not just decorating, but just living their life a lot more creatively. So whether it be painting or writing or whatever it is, and thank God people are sewing, and they are sewing really great creative masks. Even that has taken a whole new. My girlfriend Martine and my girlfriend Phoebe have both given me fantastic masks, and they're just fun. So, and thank goodness they're donating. So everybody has come to this issue with a lot more creativity, and that's where we all live. So These are all beautiful. I love these things. We just got them in, and they go everywhere. I'll show them how we have them on the wall. But they hook on a wall, and they're on the wall right behind you, Nancy, but we'll go over there. And they're just beautiful, and they're all handmade sedum out of ceramic. Different sizes, and they're all different price points. The price points are great, too. I have to get my cheat sheet here, but I think it's, I don't know where I put my cheat sheet. But the small ones are $18, and they're beautiful little gifts. They're just beautiful, happy little gifts, and I mix them just to like multiply the color. I mix them with the faux sedum, actually, also, and it just makes it really nice. And the larger ones are $35. So those are great gifts, but they're also great feel-good items, and they're wonderful structure and artistic on your wall. I think that would be nice. And then little gnomes are great. We have all kinds of concrete garden stuff. Like, he's fantastic. Most of this, when we do get this guy, or these two lines, we have dogs, we have a couple other things. A lot of times we get them from old estates, so there is some damage, but then again, we're buying them for the beauty of the age, and the wear and the moss and the age of all him. So a lot of times, like a toe is off or something, but that's the fun of it. So you'll never find them again. And then here, we love to highlight different artists. Like, creative people are really where it's at for me. I love how they are the insecurity and the always in awe kind of person. And so we look for creative people. So I think right now, standing in this space is, we can't see her now, but right now that's Susan Clenard. She's a very well-known local artist, but also internationally. She does these and those are good gift things. And then I think just like in this space, and in every space, and in your home, I think a beautiful home is built over time. Like, nothing is better than an interesting space that you've seen where you've traveled and what you love and how you've grown. So maybe you think, oh, it's too traditional because it's a very modern home. Sometimes I feel like these, I just feel like the temple jars or something very traditional. It grounds where I like to put in a little crazy. So I think it grounds it and it doesn't look like everything's crazy, and it just gives it seriousness and a bit of history too, which is fun. And then over here, these are it's amazing, but they literally are all hand woven and they fold up. So they're very lightweight also. So you can fold them up, and they used to make these in Bamalik in Cameroon for the heads of tribes, and the tribesmen would wear them in festivals. And if they still do that, and then as time goes on, and see this goes on, and then you would put it on your head and wear it. But as time has gone on, they've realized how beautiful they're literally dyed chicken feathers, and they put them on their walls also. And they use them for brides, and a lot of times the mother-in-law, the sisters, all on that side of the family, when you marry into it, make this for you for a year. So this would be time and money is transparent across every culture, and that would be a very wealthy family, because they took a lot of time to dye each chicken feather. And then we have white ones, like there's a white one over there, it's more natural. That's probably not as wealthy a family, because they didn't have time to be making juju hats. We got to get everybody back, married and off. So, and over here we have a lot of sculptures. This is Miriam Axelrod. I love her panels. They are literally, but I get these from her son and daughter-in-law, and they're tiny little increments of broken glass and mirrors and cans. You can see all kinds of different elements that make up what we would have considered trash, that make up a piece of art. So those are really beautiful and interesting. Again, this is Susan Clenard falling, and I love it. And you can put them on the wall or not. And we have all kinds of different types of furnishing. We have this base, and then we have different tops. So a lot of times people will tell us what they're looking for, and we can either source it or try and find something for whether it is to be very modern or a little more rustic.
That's
and
it.
then over here, this is crazy enough. We have two things that sell all day long, and we sell these monkey lights like crazy. I love them because they're quirky, but I was like, all right, let's test them out. We'll put them in here, and we've for outside. They're very heavy.
I'm going to come over and look at that because those sculptures are fantastic to show.
They are, and there's another size of the sphere. They're great. They are literally perfect for New England because they will never wear down.
And that's the larger sphere, isn't it?
Nope, there's even a bigger
one than that.
This is just, there it goes, extra small, small, medium, and large. This is large, but there's a really extra large, and it's huge.
Sure.
I love the steel one.
And
So-
you have a lot of these on the floor, and they're so fantastic. Can you talk a little bit about those great rugs?
Oh yeah, these are fantastic. So they're all 100% vinyl, and they're mimicked after Barcelona tiles. The name of the company is Hydraulic. And you can look at them online and go through all kinds of different prints and patterns, and then call me because they won't sell to you online, but they encourage you to go and look and see if you have a size or a pattern. They come in all different sizes. You can get a 5x7, you can get it very colorful, very whimsical. They're great for in the front of your kitchen sink or in your
Right.
bedroom when you want to protect a floor.
Because it looks like it looks like it just like not
It
below.
does, and they don't slide. They never slide.
That's nice.
They're fantastic.
And what are pricing structure on those?
So this is a runner,
Right.
and so that one is $225, and then a little more of the common size. Hard and long to try and find people that are making their own jewelry. So this, my hands are horrible, but this is Celine. She's out of Brooklyn, New York, and we have two people out of New York, and this is hers also. She hand casts all for molds and then puts in the gemstones, which is fantastic, and I love hers. This is a local woman, HRC Holly, and she's out of Woodbridge, and she does a little more polished and beautiful pieces also. And this is art all day long. We sell the brass. It's brass with gold filled, so we can just polish these up. And it's always, I live in these earrings, and it's M lives out of Savannah, Georgia, and she hand does all of hers also. And our new company, which I am inside out, and they're great for summer, I think. I think it's just a unique design. So those are great for stacking. So that's those. And then we sell, I think I'll go for a lot of the gift items is what I want to talk to you about right now, is we sell a lot of gift items. For gift items, another big seller is, especially for these funky rocks. If you haven't seen them before, they're so wonderful for wedding gifts. They fit any size bottle. I haven't opened that up, but I will show you for an example. So if I did open it up, it would go through here, and it's just a dispenser. It's so cool because it doesn't matter if it's wine, small bottle, champagne in a bigger bottle, wine in a bigger bottle, whatever it is. And it's just a great so we can always show you your choices on those. And then we have a bunch of novelty, fun stuff. We love the quirky, and John Darien, I think a lot of people know about him. We carry a lot of his product, which are great, just throw your keys on, and they're fun gifts. And they are wonderful images. This is his book, and he finds all these great old wallpaper and fantastic images, and then decoupage them on glass. So we sell quite a bit of his stuff. And then we're always trying to find something that maybe you've never seen before. So these, I gotta say, I love these little boxes, and they're all animals. This is ostrich, and it's made by wood, and it's all hand carved and hand painted. And these are from Africa. Like, I love the ice bucket. It's like sculpture, so you can keep it out all the time. And they always come with like a care package, and it's a beautiful wedding gift. And a lot of people come in. And I think the most fun is this, and it's a pig, and it's made from Nambe, and we've sold so many of these for graduation gifts. So a woman had bought this for a college graduation, Helen, and she put coins in it, but she put in euros for travel. And I was like, that's such a great gift, because I think he's fun and sleek. So, and our made in New York, also in Brooklyn.
That's a fun piece.
Yeah, this is fun. Doesn't it look like it would be spiky, but
Yes.
it's all rubber. So it's super soft. I love, this is from this same company, and I think it's a great idea. Again, it is very conscious, socially conscious, I think. Not using a lot of metal, not using all recycled products is, I think, a lot of the way to go. And I'll talk about that when we go over there. So in here, we sell a lot of cards. We sell hilarious cards too. So like some of these are just sarcastic and funny, and then we sell love pop cards, which I think a lot of people have seen before. When you open them up, they're beautiful, like little structures of art also. are $26. So $34. Those are $26. But they all smell fantastic. And the big thing about candle people don't know is a good candle should burn right to the bottom, and you should not have any wax left. And that is definitely all of these candle companies. They burn right to the bottom because a lot of times, and you should smell it right to the bottom. A lot of times the wax goes to the side, or the scent is poured on top. So instead of pouring it throughout the wax, and so then you're burning it, but you beautiful. So, and it looks nice. It looks like a nice jar, so that's a good thing. And we sell lots of blue. This is actually, you'll see this if you ever saw The Last Emperor. We have a couple of these panels. You can't see it totally clearly now, but there's like a diamond shape in the middle. This is like an old version, a very wealthy Chinese back in the day, of a drop ceiling. And nothing is screwed in, there's no nails, everything is hand cut so it all snaps together. And this is what they used to wash up. You can't scrub them. You wash them up. We get paint on them. We get tons of traffic on them, and they wash up really nicely. This is a fun table. They call table. So I don't know if you can see the legs, but they fold up. It's such a great, certainly not your mother's card table. It snaps in place under. Take the pegs out, and it folds up, so you can have extra table and extra seating anytime you want. We can hook them all together and have a long table. And they just look so peaceful. So those are fun. And then I think and here's another fountain. We love fountains, so we'll have them all summer long. We will bring in more and more and more fountains. And then back to like the jewelry with all the sustainable products. We have other bags that are coming also, but what we've had great success with is And he literally was in the dump finding what is still a beautiful product as trash. And he came up with all these jars. They're so fun that you can recognize, like the soap and shampoo, and here's an oil can back here, like all these. And he's made these into porcelain. So they're beautiful vases, but again, it's a reminder of, like, you know what, we need to take care of our earth a little bit better than we have been. A lot better. So those are fun. Picked the stain on the outside of it. He picked the belt he wanted, and it was really a personal, wonderful gift of a wine that he loved. And all the silver, this is actually stainless steel, but it looks like it would be silver, but it's stainless steel. And I think our over here, crazy enough, are these, and they're ice cream bowls, and so they're double insulated to keep it warm. And then these remind you of those old what the heck, those wooden spoons, remember? And these are sold at the MoMA. Also, this company sells a lot there. So I think, I don't know, I think that's about it. Oh, sorry, there's stuff everywhere on the ground here. Oh yeah, and then, you know what, we always try and find furniture. We started out as selling more furniture, and we found it's such a difficult market, and we have such a small space, we didn't have a lot of room for furniture. But when we do find furniture and it's a sleeker line or a really interesting piece, then we pick it up. And this I got in Old Saybrook, and more for a desk. And I was like, really, Because now we're stuck with one. And then it had been in the shop for a little bit, and I thought, well, shoot, no one's buying the one. And it was Frida Kahlo's birthday, and I was bored. And then I was like, oh. And in Mexico, they love butterflies. It is the soul, coming back is the butterflies. So I painted that, and then I put a saying on the back of the chair. So if it is for a desk chair. And it says, Frida said this is, I am the subject that knows, that I know best.
Nice.
And I hope we all become that. I don't think we are now. But I think that's a part of what we've learned, is to kind of like study and figure out ourselves.
Perfect.
I think it's great to have art, and if you don't have a lot of space, it's really perfect for putting it in there.
Do you have any other pieces that you've designed like that?
Not in the shop at the time. You know what's a funny thing is, I always loved to thought of like, I would have all kinds of pieces around that I did. But when I worked as just painting for people, I did the job, what they asked, and then I sold it to them, and then that would be it. So then I don't, now I always feel like a little angst because I don't get to do as much as I'd like. I just finished a piece for Janet, a friend of mine up in Providence, and her son had gotten married and asked me to paint something from their honeymoon, a photo she had sent me. So during this break, it was nice because just like I was saying, everybody goes back to their creativeness. Oh my gosh, I put that on for a year, and I'm not even exaggerating, a year, because I was working in the store, and then I was like, why did I do that? It was so enjoyable.
Is it hard to, like, when doing this and somebody comes in and buys it? I know for me, for doing some of my artwork, it's like giving away a baby. I have a hard time letting go some of those pieces. Do you feel the same way at times when you, a special piece?
Sometimes I do, definitely. There's one painting I loved so much, and I always wish I didn't sell it. But they asked me to paint it.
Right.
So,
You know what? I feel the same way. If I'm making something for somebody, I know my intention into that design is I'm going to give it to them.
right.
Versus somebody that I might not know purchasing something and have a different feel of it.
Exactly. Now that's ironic you said that because there's one painting I love, but and here they all I love these people, and they're always like, oh my God, you can come over and visit him, and it was in you'll see it in it's an ostrich and just a face and stuff, and you'll see it on my Instagram, but you'll see it at their house. But the funny thing is, this morning when I was rushing around, I looked at my phone real quick before I got in the car and came back here. Is a girlfriend of mine in Hamden, Amy, said, oh, we had to put Buddy, that was their dog, down this morning, and I had painted when they first got Buddy a painting of, you really can't paint, I can't, people can, I cannot paint portraits, or I can't paint someone's like their face of their kid or their dog, which is kind of the same. They'll be like, you see him smiling? And I was like, no, it's just a breed to me. That's all I can see. But I had painted Buddy when he had first got him, and Amy's like, oh, I want to give it to her husband. Mm-hmm. And she texted me this morning and said he died this morning, and I am so glad. And she sent me a picture of the painting.
Beautiful.
Which was probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And said, I'm so glad we have the painting.
Perfect. Well, your creativity just shines throughout this whole store. So
Oh my
Hamden
God,
is so
thank you.
thankful of having you here, bringing such uniqueness, and it's a ray of sunshine when you come in here, and it changes all the time. So why don't you give out the phone number again and the website and your Instagram page so people can find you?
Okay, great. Our phone number, and it's connected to my cell phone, so I will get it. 535-0902. And then our email is thebluedodoct@gmail.com.
Perfect. And your Instagram handle
And
on
the
that?
Instagram is thebluedodoct.
Perfect. Perfect.
So you can check us out. And we try, I'm not as great, but we try our dangest to get up all the new items and everything on Instagram, so I will be better at it now. And also we're getting a website launch, so then we can sell wherever. Which will
Great.
be so fun. And if it's local, we do local delivery.
Okay.
So a lot of times we are way faster than Amazon. You can deliver it. We can deliver it in the same day.
Great.
Which is
And
great.
they can still call you for anything that the people have seen right now.
Oh,
They
certainly
can
call.
call you and do curbside pickup and ready for Mother's Day, ready for graduation. So they just need to call you. It's on your cell phone and you'll be able to
Exactly.
establish curbside pickup. Perfect.
Exactly. And just like our gift cards, right now, and everything that you have seen except for the artwork is all 20%